Well, hey there. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Jim Hetherington. If we haven't met, I'm the creator of the Authority Building System. And if you're an entrepreneur, speaker, expert with something meaningful to say, but still feel invisible in your space, well, then this message is for you. You see, I believe that you weren't made to just blend in. You're not made just to mold yourself into and shape yourself in with everybody else, because your story matters. Your insights matter. You've got great experiences. You've been through the trenches. You've done so much. But the truth is, most experts that have something worth saying, they stay stuck in the background. And that's no place to be. We want to move out and become visible. So today, I'm breaking down the real reasons why that happens. And, well, most importantly, how we can fix it. So let's start to dive into it. One of the biggest reasons I think experts stay invisible is this. They're trying to build backwards. Most people start by writing a book, building a course, building a brand, or launching content. And they want to put everything and anything out there, but there's no real clarity on what it's all about. They don't tie it all together in a meaningful process. I mean, you're pouring in time, you're pouring in energy and heart into something that's just not connected. It's not connected to the bigger picture. I mean, no outcome, no strategy, just effort. I mean, you mean well. We all get excited. We want to put out good content on social media. We want to put good YouTube videos together. But without a strategy, it just doesn't come together. It's kind of like trying to build a house starting with the roof. It may look good on paper. It may sound like a bright idea, but it just won't stand a storm. And that's why I created the books method. It's a simple framework that I teach to how to build a business into your book right from day one. I turn everything backwards. I start to look at the end in mind, as Einstein suggested. So we start with building a business, and then think about the outcome. What are the offers? And then how can we tie our knowledge into it? And then finally, how do we build systems to put it all together? That's the books method. I want to encourage you to get a copy of that. It's free. I'd be happy to get it to you. Because if your book isn't connected to your offers, if it's not connected to your process, if it isn't connected to the plan that you want to impact people with, it's not going to be effective. It's just going to be words on paper. And words on paper won't convert into sales, won't convert into creating a following and people that want to get to know, like, and trust you to do business with you. And here's another hard truth. Most experts, they're afraid to own their story that makes them powerful. I mean, let's face it, you've walked through things already, haven't you? You've walked through things that other people are silently struggling with. You've seen what's broken in your industry or what's broken in your niche, what is missing in your niche. You know what that is, and you have a vision for something bigger, something better. But imposter syndrome creeps in, doesn't it? We can begin to second guess ourselves. We can begin to doubt ourselves. We can begin to question ourselves and wonder, well, who am I to say all this? Who am I that people are going to listen to? Who am I to step above and begin to share and encourage others? But let me ask you this question. Who are you not to do this? I mean, your pain, it shaped your perspective. It shaped who you are. Your lessons, well, they're the bridge that someone else is praying for. Someone else is looking for that solution. And when it's structured right, your story becomes the backbone of your business. The experiences you've gone through, the lessons you've learned, the things that you've gone through, they become the backbone of who you are. They become the backbone of your message and of your story. And now, this third one, it's key. Experts often remain invisible because they lack a formal system. There's no clear framework. There's just no signature method. There's no real method to the madness, if you will. Just a sea of content that's good, but it's easily forgotten. And I think you know exactly what I'm talking about. You're pouring out good content, you're pouring out great value into people, but people are somehow just forgetting who you are, forgetting about your story. And in a world full of noise, well, clarity is currency, isn't it? And have you noticed that today there's more and more so-called experts? There's a lot more noise out there. So you don't need to just post more. You need to position yourself better. More content isn't necessarily going to get more eyes on you. It's just positioning yourself better, because when you have a teachable framework behind your message, people listen differently. They see you as an expert, not just as a voice in the crowd. That's what we're going to unlock in the next video. I'm going to share my 5XP Authority Framework. And this tool supports entrepreneurs just like you to turn your lived experiences, what you've gone through, into an authority building system. We're going to look at the pain, what you've experienced, what you've gone through. What's your perspective? What's the process that you take people through? What's the proof? How does it happen? And what is the platform? How do we tie all those things together? That's what we're going to look at in the next one. And finally, one of the biggest struggles is that people just try to do everything alone. And isolation can be the enemy of impact. Think about it. I mean, if we're just trying to do everything on our own, we isolate ourselves, keep ourselves back, then it just becomes the enemy of really having impact. And that's really what we want to do, isn't it? We want to impact lives. We want to influence people. We want to inspire them with what we know is truth, what we know will support them. But trying to figure this out solo, it might feel safe, but it keeps your voice small. You weren't made to build alone, and you don't have to. I've walked with many people through this exact transition to go out of confusion and into clarity, from being overlooked to being influential. And I want you to be next. So let me say this clearly. If you've felt stuck, unseen, or like your message just isn't landing, it's not your fault, but it's time to change. It's time to change it. You have something worth saying, and the world needs to hear it. And with the right strategy, the right support, and a proven system, you can finally become that go-to person in your space. Wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't that be an amazing thing to have people turn to you as the expert that you are and just become that go-to person? So I want to encourage you to download my books method PDF. It's a free PDF. The link is down below in the description, and it'll support you in beginning to shape your mindset and just beginning to look at what is the business, what is the outcome, what are the offers, what are the knowledge, what are the systems that you need to put in place. You'll get that in that free download. And then don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. I mean, you hear that all the time. But I want to encourage you to jump back in again, because next week we're going to be walking through that 5XP authority building system that I was talking about, my signature model. And it'll guide you to turn your story into a strategy that scales and ties your passion and your process together. So I'll look forward to seeing you on the next one.